and welcome to another episode of Talking Note. This is episode 2. This is where I talk about what this one is called. It's called something with a C. I forget. It'll be on there. This was a very interesting episode as well. My review for the show is that I really like the Shinigami. He showed up again. I got that right in my prediction. That was pretty interesting. I really like how the artist made him look. I think he looks really interesting. And it's also cool that he's a terrifying looking character, but he's actually kind of warm-hearted a little bit, and he's a pretty normal dude, I think. At least to Light. I don't know how he is, and I don't know, he seems really normal. I really liked how Light built a gas drawer. I thought that was pretty cool. For a 17-year-old to know how to build that, I was like, whoa, that's pretty interesting. I was right about the CIA getting involved, or not, the Japanese CIA getting involved. I thought that it was really interesting. And then when L was introduced, that really came out of nowhere, and that was pretty cool. L is a pretty neat character. What I thought was funny is that I thought the Shinigami was funny. He had apples again, and the question I have is, if the Shinigami is invisible and the Shinigami eats all those apples, then who's to know who eats the apple? Then it's gonna look like Light is eating the apple, so it's kind of like a plot hole. Is all the apples that Ryuk, his name is Ryuk, the Shinigami eats. But that's just kind of a stupid thing I thought of while I was watching the show. I also thought the white kid that was like, hey, Light, want to hang out? In the beginning, I thought that was really funny. He was like, hey, what's going on? And Light was too busy talking to the Shinigami, Ryuk. And he was like, no, I can't hang out. And that was funny. Light was just like, no, is what I wrote here. What I didn't expect was that the book would be untouchable. That was pretty interesting. That led to him, I don't know, the book was untouchable, and if someone touches the book, they see Ryuk. And that was pretty cool. And the Mystery L guy was really interesting. That came out of nowhere. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And since he doesn't give out his name, he cannot be caught. And I knew when the guy gave his name and said that he was L, I knew that wouldn't really be L, but I didn't know that he had it pinned to the county that Light's living in. So that was pretty interesting. I didn't expect that to happen already in the second episode. As for predictions, I just guessed that the search will continue through the FBI or the Japanese FBI or what have you, and L will probably show up again in this episode, the third episode, and who knows what will happen. I bet that down the line, not in this next episode, but down the line, someone touches the Death Note and sees Ryuk. I think that'll happen or something. I don't know when, but that might happen. And for some reason, when they showed L in the video, it looked just like Light. So for some reason, I think down the line we're gonna find out that L is Light or something like that. I don't know how that would happen. I have no idea, but that would be interesting. And I think that does it for this episode. I will get back to you guys the next time I watch Death Note. Thanks for another episode. Keep it kicking. Bye.